What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this, we have India caught Turkish Airlines with dangerous goods on board. Before we dive in, if you guys happen to enjoy, don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Also, if you like to support the channel further, in the description. All right, if you like to support the channel further, all you gotta do is hit the join button to become a member. Let's dive in.
India has just dropped a bombshell on the aviation world by exposing serious safety violations committed by Turkish Airlines after conducting surprise inspections at 4 major airports. The findings have triggered alarm bells across the country, raising huge questions about airline safety, international trust, and the movement of dangerous materials by air. Some
Yeah.
are even wondering if this is part of a dirty game being played by Turkey in response to India's recent Boycott Turkey campaign, which
Oh.
began after Turkey openly supported Pakistan by supplying drones during Operation Sindoor.
Like y'all thought we was just gonna let that slide. Y'all thought everything was gonna be sweet. Know what I'm saying? Y'all openly supporting Pakistan, and you thought we wasn't gonna start. Be like, hey, let's not get nothing from Turkey no more. Forget it. That's how it is.
Between May 29th and June 2nd, 2025, India's Directorate General of Civil Aviation, also called DGCA, carried out unannounced safety checks on Turkish Airlines. These inspections took place at 4 of India's busiest airports:
Oh,
Delhi, Hyderabad, Chennai, and Bengaluru. What they discovered was shocking. Before we continue, please like the
oh,
video so that YouTube can spread this important truth about Turkey to as many people as possible. During one of these checks, officials found that dangerous goods, including explosives, had been loaded onto a Turkish Airlines flight. But here's the alarming part:
hey,
these explosives were not declared. According to Indian law,
what?
especially DGCA rules, transporting explosives in or out of India requires special permission.
I would
That
assume
permission
so.
must be mentioned in the documents. But in this case, there was no approval attached, and not even a mention of it in the dangerous goods
Ah,
declaration.
nah, somebody in trouble. Somebody about to lose their job. Somebody in absolute trouble. There's no way. We're talking about explosives, bro. Like, you definitely should have to tell them, like, hey, like, you definitely should need special permission. You definitely should get special permission to transport explosives. And the fact it's not even on the dangerous items, like it's not nowhere explosives.
This is a major red flag. Transporting explosives without telling the authorities is not just a technical error, it's a serious safety risk
I
that
bet.
could endanger lives. It also goes against international civil aviation safety rules set by the ICAO, the International Civil Aviation Organization, and India is not taking this lightly. At the Bengaluru airport, more violations came to light. Ground operations were being handled by someone who did not even have proper authorization. The person marshalling the aircraft, which means guiding it safely on the ground, lacked a valid competency card. That means they were not officially trained or certified to do that job.
Oh my.
But it doesn't
Yeah,
end.
yeah. This should not be happening. That's absolutely terrifying. As a passenger on the plane, like that would be horrifying. That y'all don't have that people that know how to do the job aren't in place.
There. When the aircraft landed, there was no certified maintenance engineer available. Instead, a technician handled the procedures. This is another big problem because technicians are not authorized to carry out certain
Oh,
checks and duties that only engineers are allowed to perform. These may seem like small issues to an outsider,
nah,
but
I
in
understand
aviation, every step matters.
for sure.
Every job has to be done by someone who is trained, certified, and legally allowed to do it. Cutting
Agreed.
corners can lead to disasters.
Agreed.
The
Absolutely.
D
What we're talking about, yeah, I completely agree when we're talking about aviation, bro. Like the tiniest of miscalculations or mistakes or things, something going wrong can lead to the death of many.
GCA carried out these surprise inspections under Article 16 of the ICAO Convention. This article allows countries to conduct checks to ensure international airlines are following the rules. And in this case, Turkish Airlines clearly wasn't.
Mm,
Following these findings, India has taken a strong stand. The DGCA has formally warned Turkish Airlines and instructed the airline to fully comply with all Indian aviation rules and ICAO standards. They have
Respect,
also made
as
it
they
clear that
should.
follow-up inspections will take place.
Hmm.
That means this is not the end of the matter. India will be watching Turkish Airlines very closely in the coming weeks.
As they
This
should.
incident has not only raised concerns about Turkish Airlines, but also about how international airlines are operating within Indian airspace. Are safety checks being taken seriously? Are there other airlines violating the rules without getting caught? And most importantly, what does this mean for passengers who trust these airlines with their lives every single day?
Exactly, and that's the serious part. That's the part where I'm stuck at. Is like that's why I'm like every little thing. You got all of these passengers who trust that that plane is going to take off and that plane is going to land, and they're going to get off of it in one piece. And any little thing going wrong can stop that from happening, and that's horrifying. So yeah, they all definitely need to be following whatever rules and regulations are in place.
The timing of this incident is also important. Global tensions are rising. Countries are more concerned than ever about the safety of their skies and their people. In such a scenario, even a small breach can lead to diplomatic tensions.
Agree.
For now, India has caught Turkish Airlines red-handed, and the world is watching what happens next. But some experts are now asking a deeper question: could this be more than just negligence? After all, India has recently started boycotting Turkey due to its open support for Pakistan, including the supply of combat drones during Operation Sindoor. Could Turkey be deliberately playing dirty games in return? Is this a form of subtle retaliation, a way to test India's security protocols, or even a warning shot? While there is
Possibly.
no official confirmation yet, this theory cannot be ignored in the current geopolitical climate.
I feel like yeah, possibly it could be all of those things. So for sure, and I think even if it's not just with Turkey, but any airline, yeah, every little detail has to be checked and rechecked. I don't care how great a technician is. If they're the greatest technician on earth, if they're not qualified to do certain checks, then they should not be doing those checks. There should be a plane mechanic or whoever maintenance, whoever that's qualified to do that job should be doing that job. Like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, hundreds of lives at stake. Explosives cannot be transported without that special permission. We're talking about explosives. Rules and regulations have to be followed by each and every one of these international airlines for sure. And I applaud India for standing tall and making sure that they're followed and doing checks and letting them know, hey, there will be more checks. So y'all need to get it right. That's all we've got. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, get a bit of thumbs up, check out the next. I'll see y'all next time.